Welcome back, horror fans. My name's Adam.
And I'm Zoe.
And today,
we are celebrating 1,000 subscribers.
That's right, guys. We are doing a special video for our 1,000 subscribers. Basically, we just hit it this week. And we're
super grateful.
Super grateful.
Super shocked. Who would have ever thought?
That's right. It's happened quite quickly, and we did want to do a video because we did want to sort of maybe give back to the fans a little bit. We wanted to involve you guys.
Absolutely.
We've been really happy with all the comments and what's been going on down below. Like so much interaction and everyone, not only sort of us sort of talking to you guys, but you guys talking amongst yourselves and like coming up with great theories and responses. And it's just been great. And the feedback's been really, really nice.
Absolutely. And to be able to have this type of response with me talking about something that I'm so passionate about is just insane.
That's right.
I'm so happy that everyone is enjoying it. I'm loving seeing you guys' theories and all your little saw tidbits and stuff like that. I'm really enjoying it, and we thought that we would read out some of your comments and some of your theories about sawx and the potential future for the franchise.
Yeah, that's right. We're just a couple of fans, you know. We just decided to sit down and talk about what we love. And we're very grateful to have you guys along for the journey too. Having 1,000 subs in about a month's time, we're very happy with that.
Absolutely.
You know, so if you have subscribed, if you've commented, if you've liked the video, if you've enjoyed the video at all, we just want to say thank you so much. We are hoping that there's a lot more to come, of course, and we're very excited and very happy to have you along with us. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. We appreciate you heaps, guys. And we are going to get into some of your comments now.
That's right. So without further ado, we're going to start reading out some of our viewers' theories and comments from below. You want to kick us off?
Let's kick us off. All right. So from Maria-C993, we have Hoffman would sooner eat his own leg than die of starvation in the bathroom, in my opinion. That guy's will to live is off the charts, truly.
100%. We agree with this.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that I saw a Reddit post once saying that Hoffman would sooner break his leg off and beat Gordon to death with it than die in the bathroom. This gives off similar vibes, and I definitely, believe that this theory or comment is true.
Yes, we are on the same page. In terms of Hoffman, of course he's not. What is he going to do? Just lie down and just take it?
Yeah, well, it seems very out of character for him to starve in that bathroom.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd like to see a bit of a struggle.
Yes,
before that
and we have seen him escape from a trap before, and
Absolutely.
He had a lot less time on his hands when he escaped that trap.
Absolutely,
he's got all the time in the world, and he's just going to sit there in that bathroom. He's going to take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Certainly.
So very well done. We're going to move on to the next comment. This one's from Andrew Dunn, 5568. Thank you, Andrew. It reads, I read that the original plan for Saw 8 was that Gordon was recruiting past survivors to assist him in carrying out John's legacy. There was meant to be a big group of them in the bathroom at the end when Hoffman gets locked up. Maybe something like that will be shown. I feel that there will be a time jump somewhere in the story. Perhaps the big twist will be Gordon recruits the spiral killer. Sorry, can't remember his name. There will be definitely something there to set up Saw 11. He also adds that he thinks that Saw Hoffman is dead. And Logan, I reckon, will make an appearance. So, interesting theory.
Interesting theory. I, for one, didn't know about the whole survivors in the bathroom at the end, or the people that were working with Dr. Gordon in the bathroom at the end. So, very interesting. Thank you for telling us that, because I had no idea.
Yes, this is some great information. I have not heard this idea before. This idea kind of sounds like maybe the survivors group from Saw 3D might all be kind of in on it a little bit now, which kind of makes sense because obviously we did hear about how Brad and Ryan were apparently now apprentices, even though they never actually officially said it.
So it does start to make sense that potentially that could be the case. In terms of Logan making an appearance in Saw X, I think it's more on the unlikely side.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough call.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, we would love to see it.
I mean, that's not to say that he won't appear in the future, because I definitely think that his character has more.
He's got a lot of potential.
They do have a lot of potential with his character, and they can definitely expand on his story a whole lot more. Whether it happens in Saw X, I don't know. I don't think that that's really what the fans are after.
No, but I think the thing is that Logan didn't really get a fair go at it, you know?
No, absolutely.
He's got a great storyline in terms of like how he worked with John and everything. So look, we would be happy to see more of him.
Absolutely.
We just don't probably see that happening, at least in sawx.
At least in sawx, definitely.
That's right. But the Survivor theory, fantastic. I mean, I would have loved to have seen that.
It would have been very cool to see, even if it was just in a deleted scene.
Exactly
like
right.
Saw 3D had so many plans, but there was like little to no deleted scenes that you can find of anything.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's move on to the next one.
All right. Up next, we have Azo Pinor 1749 with bruh. What if Hoffman saved Adam and they work together in the present timeline while Dr. Gordon and Logan team up to find William? Also, Chris Rockman, he will hunt William and end up finding either Adam/Hoffman or Logan/Gordon. This is an interesting one.
This is a full-on theory.
Chris Rock and hunting William, I think, is bound to happen in a movie eventually.
Yep.
I don't know if they're going to have it happen in the actual Saw film or if maybe they'll do like a Spiral Part 2.
You think Chris Rock's going to come back and do another film?
Well, I don't think Spiral's story's over.
Well, I mean, maybe, but would he come back?
Whether Chris Rock's coming back or whether it's just going to be a story about William, I don't think Spiral's story's over, no.
Interesting.
That doesn't mean that I want Chris Rock to come back in Spiral. I didn't really enjoy his character
I'm surprised you think he would come back at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As long as the movies make money. And
Spiral didn't make any money. That's the problem.
It's Saw.
Yeah, well, I saw, but Spiral itself, no good. I think what would be really cool if they brought Chris Rock back, maybe just to put him in a trap, like as like a quick cameo in a future. Imagine if like Hoffman is revealed to be alive.
Would they do that so quickly to a character who had his own movie? I don't know.
Yeah, because if he's not going to come back and be a starring in a film, you could bring him back and just kill him off in a trap just for fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
It'd be a great scene. But I don't know if Chris Rock's going to come back.
I don't think he will.
You let us know if you think Chris Rock's going to come back.
In terms of Adam...
Or if he's going to do a Spiral 2.
In terms of Adam and Hoffman working together, it's a theory that I don't mind. I don't mind the theory of like Adam being saved by Hoffman at all. I think it's cool. Again, I think I've expressed before that I don't think Adam's going to come back, but the likelihood of it happening isn't, that much of a stretch considering what Saw has done previously. So I definitely think it's a cool theory. I would like to see something along those lines. I wouldn't mind seeing it unfold. But yeah.
No, it would be a lot of fun. But
yeah, definitely.
Let me ask you this though. If Chris Rock did come back.
Oh, we're back on Chris Rock.
Yeah. If Chris Rock did come back, I just have to ask, if Chris Rock did come back and he was chasing down Hoffman, as it seems like the commenter says, whose side, who do you think's going to come out on top, Hoffman or Chris Rock?
Is that a trick question? I don't know. Maybe Chris Rock.
Chris Rock's pretty good.
I don't know.
He's pretty good.
Hoffman took out a whole police station.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah, and Chris Rock doesn't have a
partner. He took them out during the Voice to Scramble scene, and then he took them out when he was hunting Jill.
Yep.
It ain't going to happen. Do you think Chris Rock is going to be a match for Hoffman?
Well,
and I say Chris Rock, Zeke.
Yeah.
Zeke.
Yeah.
Because Chris Rock is not literally in Saw. He just plays a character.
Zeke, the character, yeah.
But no. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah. It would be funny to see. Look, I love the theory, but I think Chris Rock's probably laid the Saw stuff to bed. I think he's done with the franchise.
Oh, you would have thought so. Then again, he only was in the Saw franchise because he wanted to be in the Saw franchise.
Yeah. And I think he doesn't want to be anymore. So.
Well, you would hope so.
Well, look, to be honest, if they did bring him back, in the very least, I would hope that he would actually turn and become a Jigsaw apprentice. Then he could.
Well, I thought that Spiral would have been better if it ended with him being like, "Oh yeah, okay, I will join you," and actually meaning it.
Join Shaq, yeah.
I thought it would have been really cool.
It would be cool because then he could put Will Smith in a trap, and that would be amazing. That would get some bums in seats. That would sell some tickets.
It definitely would.
You know what I mean? And also put Will Smith's career back on track too. So. Everybody wins.
Well, it depends. If it was in like a Spiral 2, probably not. Because we all know that tanked at the box office.
That's right. Moving along, of course. This one's from Anthony L. Balsano. And it reads, if Hoffman lives, Saw 11 needs to be a Gordon versus Hoffman storyline. Two different jigsaws with different ideologies, putting people in traps and trying to get each other. We love this. We love this theory.
I think that's a very interesting theory.
Yeah.
I think that if it was Hoffman versus Gordon, I don't know if Gordon would be putting people in traps as well. I don't think that that's the legacy he wants to carry out.
But isn't that what he's been kind of doing, really? He's been helping with the traps. He's been sort of pretty involved.
Yeah, but it seems as if like we get to a stage where he almost stops like after John's death. Because there's no real traps that he assists with after John is dead. So I think he's put that to bed.
Okay.
But I would like to see Hoffman run around, putting traps together just like he did in Saw 3D. But also having this other storyline where he is also trying to hunt Gordon, or Gordon's trying to hunt him because, I don't know, maybe Gordon goes back to the bathroom and realizes Hoffman's escaped.
Yeah, well, I will say the Hoffman versus Gordon storyline.
Absolutely.
We would all want to see it. It seems to be a very popular sort of comment that we get a lot,
Carrie, come back to Saw, please. Just so we can have a Hoffman versus
I'm sure
Gordon.
they can, if the franchise makes money again, they can rustle up some cash for him. He loves cash. That guy will follow the money anywhere, So it'll happen, but look, outside of that, it's a very popular idea. And Hoffman versus... Who wouldn't want to see Hoffman versus Gordon?
Who wouldn't, honestly?
Of course. What do we got next?
Next up, we have just a quick little one from Honda-Akari. I miss Special Agent Peter Strom.
He's not the only one.
No, not the only one. We miss Peter.
We do.
Peter Strom.
We miss Strom. We love Strom.
We love Strom. Strom, I think we see in ourselves.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hashtag justice for Strom.
Justice for Strom.
He didn't get, again, he was another character who didn't really get a fair go, I feel like.
He didn't get a fair go. Like I've said a few times that his death was perfect. I think that he couldn't have had a better death throughout the series.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it was a great
That
scene.
death would not change a bloody thing about it. Bloody thing. Pun intended. But I do definitely think he needed more screen time, and I do definitely think he needed to be around longer. If he had been around since, say, the second Saw rather than the fourth, and just had that death in Saw 5, how much more impactful would it have been? You would have been bawling your eyes out.
Oh, 100%. But we love Strom. We love the character. The performance was fantastic.
Absolutely.
It's just obviously we would have liked more of him. But that being said, we loved how it all panned out.
Absolutely.
We loved the Hoffman versus Strom storyline. We loved the way Strom died in the trap. Obviously one of the best trap/scenes ever. The whole coffin scene.
His water cube scene as well.
The way he performed the water cube scene.
Absolutely.
As well. Yeah, he was a great character, and especially with Saw. Saw has a lot of great characters, but they love to kill them all off, and sadly Strom obviously met his demise earlier than we would have probably liked it. But that being said, we did enjoy the way the sort of panned out.
Absolutely. I think his story was pretty well
exactly
done.
Right. Exactly right. I mean, look, if they do any more prequels or whatever, maybe they could
I'd love to see him come back. I don't think there is a glimmer of hope for it being in Saw X at any point. But how good would it be to see a prequel where he's back, or even a flashback?
Just a flashback would be fine.
Would be amazing.
A little cameo with Strom would be exciting.
Absolutely.
That's all we care about these days. A little bit of cameo would be fantastic for sure. So definitely with that comment, we are 100% on board for sure. Moving on to the next one. We have this one from Jared K 511. It would be amazing to see a scene with Hoffman in the bathroom shortly after being locked away and then smirking after faking being scared and pissed because he knows full well that he's still in control and is about to escape. That would be such a Hoffman thing to do with his devilishly charming smirk. And this is obviously something...
This is the one that I picture happening
yes,
the most.
This is the one when we read this, we definitely thought we would love this to happen. And you can imagine it. The thing is, you read it and you just imagine in your mind.
Not only love it, but just think that it is the most plausible. It is the one that I can really, like you said, envision happening and really seeing.
That's right.
Maybe that is how Saw X ends, with a flash forward to him, crying in that scene for help and screaming, and then all of a sudden it's just blank face. I'm getting out of here. I know exactly what I'm doing. I think that would work so well specifically for his character. And
it wouldn't be the first time, because when he got the reverse bear trap on him and he escaped, obviously no problem. But even better, when he did the coffin trap.
Exactly, the coffin trap.
Played out like, don't put me in the coffin, and then just no worries. Actually, it was
as soon as the door closes, he's like, well.
He didn't care.
Told ya.
So he's a bit. He likes the drama. Old Hoffman.
He does.
But he is always in control.
He is.
Let's be honest.
He's definitely in control.
He never gives up, and that's why we like the Hoff.
Even when he's becoming out of control slowly, he's still in control.
Yes.
Like he always makes it work.
Yeah, exactly.
He always finds a way.
Exactly right. And I'll give props to Jared K for this comment, because it's very popular with the fans who are all giving it up votes. I can see down below, and. he's not the only comment that Jared's left.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
He's got a few
No,
on the
I
list, and we
think
always look forward to it.
all of Jared's comments have been very, very good.
Very,
and
very
the
thoughtful.
theories have been great.
That's
and
right.
we agree with pretty much everything you've said.
Exactly
so,
right.
Absolutely.
Especially this comment.
Yeah,
but moving
especially this comment.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Ken is the name. Oh, Kez is the name even. With fucking lame. He was the start of the decline of this series. He, I assume, meaning Hoffman. Why do people like this character? He's just some superhuman murder fiend. No interesting motive whatsoever. Lame.
So he says, basically, Kez here is saying, why do people like him so much? And then tells us why he's so great. Yeah, he's a superhuman killing machine.
Exactly. That's why we like him. He's the Terminator of Saw.
Like. Yeah, exactly right.
But I feel like this comment here, there are some people out there that do agree with this. And
some Hoffman haters.
there are some Hoffman haters. And
Yeah.
look, I do sort of, I don't know if you would say sympathize, but I can sort of understand where you guys are coming from when you say that Saw didn't feel like Saw when Hoffman was on his killing spree. But I tend to disagree. I think that the deeper that Hoffman got involved in the traps and in John's legacy, the more he started to go a little mad. And as you probably would.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, ultimately, I guess he was really just protecting his identity and didn't really want to be
He got painted into a
found
corner.
out. Yeah, he
That's all
got
it
painted
was,
into a
you know?
corner. And, he's crazy, and for good reason. I mean,
it's just good evidence again that he'll do anything he has to survive. This is all it is, He didn't want to kill everybody in the station.
Yeah, the will to live, for sure.
He just had to
That's
do
why
it.
John picked him.
He had to do it. So, look, there are Hoffman haters out there, but we like to think that most of us are Hoffman lovers. So,
yes.
Each to their own. Another great comment. At the end of the day, we can all pick our favorite characters, which is great. So, always, we love to hear if you're a Hoffman hater or a Hoffman lover. If you haven't told us already, let us know. Let's see, is this 50-50? I feel like the lovers are in the majority here.
I think the lovers are in the majority too.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, moving along to the next comment. This one's from Codename V5150. Adam was never actually killed by Amanda and has been Kramer's secret apprentice. Whatever happens, having Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith reprise their roles means this film won't disappoint.
Adam being an apprentice is a big theory.
Yes, this is a popular theory.
It is a popular theory, and I suppose it stems off the fact that Gordon turned into an apprentice as well. I think it's pretty interesting.
Of course, it's a lot of people. So there's two camps here, as with a lot of Saw ideas.
Mm-hmm.
People like to either, be very loud about Adam is still alive or Adam definitely died. We saw him get killed.
Yeah.
We saw him get died. We saw him get killed. And look, for those people who keep commenting, we saw him get killed by Amanda. Did she finish the job?
Yes.
Did she finish the job? We saw her start to or begin to.
Yeah, we've had people point out as well. I know Saw can't be trusted with time because we see traps that say a minute and then go for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But people have pointed out that he was only had the bag over his head for less than a minute. How could he have died? I guess that's kind of right, but he did smash his head on the toilet as well while she was strangling him, so that could probably contribute to him being knocked unconscious, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, unless they actually show him die.
Yeah, I don't think he was confirmed dead on screen.
Nothing stops Saw from adding a scene in any film that they want to, in which she stops at the last moment, or John turns up, or somebody basically stops her, and she has a change of heart.
Yep.
I mean, John Kramer himself has had a change of heart after we believed to see a character die. They've shown a scene later have John Kramer come in. I mean, I'm talking about Logan here specifically, but we believe a character's dead. John comes in. Oh, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to save you.
Yeah.
It's been happened before. So unless we specifically see them die, anything is possible. Now,
exactly right.
Do we believe that this is true? Do we believe that Adam is alive?
I don't. Look, you know what the funny thing is? The closer that we get to the release, the more and more likely I think it is. I don't necessarily believe it, but the closer that we get, the more I'm like, oh, yeah. It's specifically people pointing out that the photographs that are being taken, I feel like they could definitely link that back if they ever decided to bring Adam back.
Of course. We love the idea of Adam being an apprentice, and obviously it lines up with all of the other apprentices that we're also testing.
We don't think it's going to happen, but if it did happen, we wouldn't be mad at it.
We would actually love it.
Oh, yeah. I think it would be... I think they could make it work.
Really there's
well.
The whole "is Adam alive" thing is a very interesting question to talk about. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him be alive. I'd love to see him be an apprentice, but is it going to happen in Saw 10?
I just love to see Lee Winnell back.
Yeah, of course.
He's great.
Of course. Moving along.
Okay, so next up we have Redfieldville Zero Chris. Honestly, TBH, I think killing John and Amanda in Saw 3 and continuing the saga after that was an epic fail. So excited to see both John and Amanda back this time. Epic fail. I think it was a choice. I think that they tried something different. I know that it was supposed to end in Saw 3. That was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah.
So it made sense for the time.
Look, the thing is with this, we all agree that we would have liked to have more John Kramer and more Amanda, which is why we're so excited about Saw 10. The thing about him and her dying in Saw 3, we can't disagree that they certainly probably should have survived, or at least one of them maybe, to kill them both off and then move forward with the franchise without them was a heavy blow. The first time I watched those movies, I was definitely surprised to know that they died in Saw 3 because I only watched them for the first time recently. And it's interesting that you've got so many movies where they're not in them. And obviously, you sort of have to go and do prequels and flashbacks to bring them back.
But see, in saying that, I think that the flashbacks and the prequels and everything, they work so well. Like,
They do.
I'm honestly not too mad at the fact that they're dead. I think that their legacy is carried on great. I think that the flashbacks that we get of them, get me super excited. Specifically, Amanda coming back for that brief moment in Saw 5, I believe it was. Just love it.
Look, I think that the storylines were great. The ending for Saw 3, the way they used the deaths, specifically, obviously, John Kramer's. I think, we can't sort of be disappointed in the way it all played out. Not at all.
No.
It's just disappointing, and I think this is really what our commenter here is saying, is that it's just disappointing that we couldn't have seen more of them. Not that it was an epic fail in the scene itself or the way it went down.
Yeah.
Because I think it was great. Saw 3's ending, one of the best, endings of any of the Saw films, for sure.
I think it's great.
But obviously, I have to agree, it would have been nice to see more of them in some way, for sure.
Absolutely.
But again, we will in Saw 10, so let's not complain too much.
Absolutely.
Moving right along, we have Christian Bennett, 1810. Adam being rescued from the bathroom and being replaced by Tap's dead body would be a great twist. It also explained all the photographs through the series.
Yes, this is a great theory.
Yeah, so this one's obviously very similar to the last comment I read.
Yep.
The idea that Adam is still alive.
But it talks specifically about, obviously you do see a body in the bathroom, and it talks specifically about the body swap that is a big theory out there. That Adam's body was swapped with Detective Tap's.
Yes. Yes, that's a theory. Tap's... But I also feel like it could be anybody's body.
It could be anybody's body.
Could be anybody's body.
I think the reason why they theorized Tap is because the gunshot wound is very similar to where Tap was shot.
Yep.
Tap was dead down there already and ready to be swapped.
Yep.
I guess.
Yes, there's a lot of theories.
And the shackles on the wrong foot.
Of course.
But yeah, there's a lot.
And as a lot of our viewers already know, we did discuss there's a, let's say, either continuity error or actual fact that the body is not placed like Adam's body was. The shackle is on the wrong leg, and as you mentioned, there's a gunshot issue. So, look, you could lean towards the theory, or you could say continuity error has made this theory come alive. Either way, it's a fun theory. The photograph theory is the one we really love, of course.
Yes.
The idea that Adam is part of their gang and taking their photos works almost too well.
I think, exactly.
Too well.
That whole photo theory is just...
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine it not being the case.
Yeah,
because who is it going out there taking all these
It works
photos?
better than not having him as an apprentice.
I can't imagine John being out there hobbling around, especially while he could barely walk and taking photos of people.
He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy.
He gets a lot done, which is great. But moving along again, what have we got next?
Next up, we have Osak Promised Land 8850. I think Hoffman will return at the end and we see Hoffman and Amanda face off. Remind you, they never saw eye to eye and were fighting to be John's #1 apprentice. Could also see Daniel Matthews return. Maybe he's out to avenge his father's death.
Yes, very good comment. I love this one. So obviously, let's say 2 big points here. One, everybody loves the Hoffman versus Amanda storyline.
Absolutely.
We love both the
got
characters.
Like 2 seconds of that, of them actually interacting and showing us that they hate each other.
2 big
and
fan
everyone
favorites.
loved it.
Yeah.
Everyone loved it.
Of course. And it's because it made sense.
It did.
You know, it was almost like, let's say, sibling rivalry almost,
Yeah.
trying to get daddy's attention. You know, they wanted to be the one. Like, the 2 of them facing off is great. And it's a storyline that we've seen already in the franchise. We would happily see more of it, of course, as well. And the second point of this comment, Daniel Matthews. This is something a lot of people
I'm surprised we
asking
don't
for.
have as like more comments about Daniel Matthews returning potentially, because
We do get a few.
everyone seems to love Daniel Matthews.
I mean, it makes sense. I think that part of it is that Detective Matthews was quite a loved character, actually, a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of the better
He was very
detectives.
cool, like
Yeah.
like his lines and stuff.
Yeah.
He was cool.
He was a good character,
Yeah.
and obviously we can't bring him back, but his son is fair game.
Yep.
And, you know, at the end of the day, a big part of the story, you know, a big part of Saw 2.
Yeah, people see him being an apprentice as well, potentially revealed to
Yeah.
be one of the pigs in Saw
course.
3D. I don't know.
You don't like the idea?
I don't like the idea of
How
him
come?
being an apprentice. First of all, because his dad died because of, you know.
What about as a detective? Could he
no.
come back? No, just don't get rid of it. Don't
Nah.
want to see him again.
Like, I don't mind seeing him again, but I don't think he needs to become a detective or anything. I think that's probably
What would he come back as, though?
I don't know, just a guy.
Just a guy. Hey, I'm Daniel Matthews, everybody. I'll
Probably
see you
be a
later.
bit cheesy to have him come back as a detective.
Nah, he'd be like, you know, it makes sense because his dad gets killed by a Jigsaw killer and he wants to enact revenge. His whole life is about getting that revenge. Could be cool.
I guess.
I
Still
mean,
a bit cheesy.
Still a bit cheesy. I mean, it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's either that or Apprentice. I feel like he's going to come back.
I don't think it'll be an apprentice. Maybe he'll be placed in a trap again. Who knows?
It's another trap.
Maybe. Who knows?
But it is a popular theory, bringing back Daniel Matthews. He was a good character, and he certainly has a lot of ties to the Saw franchise.
Yep.
And they have brought back a lot smaller characters than him before. So
I guess so.
why not, you know, at the end of the day. Moving on to our next comment, we have Darth Meticulous 6901 says, once I heard the voice, did a double take, and this is in reference to the Saw 10 trailer, hearing Hoffman's voice in the Saw 10 trailer. Once I heard the voice and did a double take and heard it a second time in the trailer, my eyes lit up. Hoffman is my favorite Saw character. Good to finally have him back. He completes the golden trio that we last saw together in Saw 6.
I love that.
Now-
I think that might as well just be me commenting on
Yeah,
that video.
exactly. I was going to say, not the only one that felt that way
Yeah,
when hearing
absolutely.
his voice in the Saw 10 trailer.
Yeah.
You felt the same way.
I felt the same way. Honestly, I'm
Yeah.
fake fan, but I didn't pick it up at first.
Well, I was about to ask you, did you know the first time you heard it?
Like I sort of I guess like kind of, but
Yeah.
then I really started to think about it, and then obviously everyone erupted on the internet, and I was like, oh my god, it is! Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed it confirmed, right?
I did need it confirmed.
Because I didn't know. I played, you know, I watched the trailer. I would be like, it's Hoffman. It's obviously Hoffman's voice, but like it is his like scrambled voice. It's not
Yep.
his like exact voice. But it is confirmed to be his voice. If anybody's sitting there going, I don't know if it's his voice, it is his voice.
Yeah.
It is officially confirmed to be his voice.
It is confirmed.
For a few reasons, but we're not going to go super into that. I'm sure you've seen our other videos. And you
Go
haven't.
watch our Mark Hoffman
Go watch them.
video, because we talk about it there.
That's right. So at the end of the day, his voice is in the trailer, as we've said before. And to that point, you know, he's got to be part of the film in some way. So we are all very, very excited, except for the Hoffman haters. We are all very excited. And look, it might be a small role. It might be a small role. It might even just be
I
a
don't
piece of audio.
care.
We
I
don't
don't care if it's a 2-second shot of him.
Yeah.
I just want him back.
That's right. Exactly right.
Absolutely.
Exactly
And
right.
I think Costas wants to be back too.
Yes. So, yes, we are on the same page. Very, very excited. More to come about this. So, but moving on to our next comment.
All right, this is the last one from me, but it's from Air 1986. Hoffman is smart and has the will to live. I think that the twist is that he is alive and something present day occurs to bring this to light, maybe in Mexico where he is hiding. But I heard from somewhere that they were saying that you don't need to watch the other movies to get this. I also think some of this the twist will be people he's testing are innocent after all, and it was someone else to ultimately run the scam.
Yeah, this was a little bit more convoluted with the Hoffman stuff. But again, this is something we've sort of touched on a number of times. We also believe that Hoffman will be shown alive in present time.
Absolutely. That's,
Again,
present time.
We are, less, realistically, we know less about what his involvement might be in the, let's say, actual timeline for Saw 10, but we do think that he'll appear as himself in some sort of modern day flash forward to show us the end.
Agreed. Like I've said before, I really am a strong believer that that's how the film's going to end.
Yes.
Whether it flashes back to present day or whether it flashes back to just after Dr. Gordon closes that bathroom door.
That's right.
It'll be him alive.
And we are very prepared that when we watch Saw 10 in a couple of weeks to be eating our own words if we're not right on this one.
Yeah, definitely.
We're very hopeful.
Look, I'm very prepared to have a mental breakdown if he doesn't come back, to be honest with you, because that's what I'm gearing out for.
That's exactly
But
right.
either way, I'm sure they have something on their hands that will not disappoint.
Yep.
In terms of people in the Saw 10 traps being innocent, I think that is an interesting theory. I think that maybe specifically one or two of them could be just wrong place, wrong time, or maybe the girl who lied about having her, I think it's Gabriella, who lied about having her illness cured by them. Maybe she really did have it cured by them, and they've decided to scam other people after that. Because what does she what does she get for lying?
I mean, a few people have commented this. That people might have brought up the idea that possibly there's an innocent. At least one of the people in the traps in this are innocent, and maybe it's a bit hasty. I have a feeling that they do probably find out, if her name's Gabriella, that she's in on the scam and that she's part of this sort of testimonial that's she's lying about it. Yeah, but could happen. Could be, it's a good theory. Could happen. Well, again, very interested to see how that one plays out. And moving along, I've got the final comment that we're reading today. This one's a bit of a longer one. This one's from Daniel Mullen, Max 3385. He reads, "The twist that I would like to see in Saw 10 is twist 1, Detective Hoffman survives. Twist 2, Dr. Gordon's 2 accomplices are revealed as Daniel Matthews and Dr. Gordon's own daughter, Anna."
Oh.
Very nice. And the final twist is John Kramer has a secret child, and that child is what I really want to see happen and will be my prediction. And the ending is that someone does survive their trap, and when we do a time jump, that person will be Dr. Gordon's secret apprentice. So, bit of a bigger comment here.
Interesting.
I do love the comments. There's a few great things
I like the
here.
idea of someone surviving this trap and then flashing forward to present day and having them be involved in a current sort of.
Well, it's a great way to introduce another apprentice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Someone that got tested by John Kramer himself.
No, I agree.
So a proper induction, not somebody who's been tested by Hoffman or someone down the line, but a real proper induction by Jigsaw himself and is still alive today.
I think that could work.
So that's a lot of fun. Again, Daniel Matthews being brought up.
As an apprentice,
I
think that's a popular one. But
idea.
Anna, Dr. Gordon's daughter.
Yes, I really like this one.
I like that one. I think it's very interesting. I don't know if Dr. Gordon would put his daughter
as an apprentice,
get her involved in that sort of thing. I don't think that.
Look, it's I do like the idea because we don't know where Dr. Gordon's family is.
Exactly. No, I like the idea. I just think that if they're still alive and well, he's not going to be putting them in harm's way.
No, but. Crazier things have happened.
If we learnt anything about crossing Mark Hoffman, he gets his revenge, just like he did with Jill. So I don't think he'd have set his daughter up to, potentially fail in killing Mark Hoffman.
That being said, I do think it's kind of cool because we do know that there's a possible issue with bringing Dr. Gordon back as the actor Carey himself is, let's say, having a bit of legal troubles with the Saw producers and so on.
I think that's over now. I think
Hopefully.
he just doesn't pretend. He mentioned something in an interview about not wanting to come back or along those lines of not wanting to come back.
Look, I think it's very possible, but I'm more so was just going to say about the mention of his daughter is that they could very easily bring a daughter in and just show that she is Dr. Gordon's daughter and have her kind of be the Gordon sort of replacement. So that could be an easy out for them. I do think that Carey's still an opportunity at some point in the future.
I really hope so.
But until he maybe does want to come back. bringing in one of his family members is definitely very
Absolutely.
possible. So I do
Agree.
like the theory, and it's a theory that I haven't heard very much too. So
Yeah, no. Well, I haven't heard it at all. That's the first time I've heard it.
So I love that. I love that comment for sure. Otherwise, guys, that's going to be pretty much a wrap for today's
That's
comments.
it. Thank you guys so much for getting us to 1,000. We are so grateful, and we hope you enjoyed us reading out some of your comments.
Absolutely. We love reading the comments. We read every comment you guys post.
Every
so
comment.
Keep it up.
We love it.
Keep chatting down below. We will probably do another one of these videos soon enough too. We love obviously reading out your comments and discussing your theories. I mean, we are doing it off camera anyway. Every time you guys bring up a theory, we always chat back and forth about it. So we thought, let's do it on camera. Let's read you guys' names out. And yeah, I reckon we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Game over. No!